Day 175, and as I do each day, my main focus is just being present as much as possible. And so today was no different. And the more I practice it, and the more I come up with different techniques and just little ideas that will keep me present, like the last couple days, I've been really focusing on the senses to bring me back into the present moment. All of my senses. Sometimes one sense will work better than the next. Sometimes if I just close my eyes and smell the air, it brings me back into the present moment. Sometimes if I just focus on touch, it will bring me back into the present moment. Sometimes if I just listen, it will bring me back into the present moment. And so I continually just experiment with what will work in that moment. And so it brought me to this thought, which was, things happen during my day. As I said, I day trade and I do some other things. And there was a moment where I kind of had like a little bit of a break, and I was just contemplating some things that were happening. And I wasn't looking at it as good or bad. I was just, nothing even happened yet. But at the same time, I was like, if this stock, whatever happens with this stock, I'm confident that it's all going to work out in the end. And so I thought about that and I pondered that thought for a minute. And I was just like, when it all comes down to it, whatever's happening at this moment, if you are ultimately confident in what I'm talking about here and what has been happening, and if you are ultimately confident that this is how it works, when you impress the subconscious mind or the higher mind or God, whatever you want to call it, if you are confident and you have faith in that, then nothing else that happens should matter. Because when you cut through it all, even if something is happening in this moment that you don't particularly want or think that you want, you can cut right through that with, I'm confident in the higher mind. I'm confident in my subconscious mind that this is the path. And so when you establish that connection, like I have been, and just kind of only following my excitement, only following the breadcrumbs, I'm doing the best I can too, and I know I am. And this is why that's also an important part of it. When you are doing the best you can, and the best that you know in this moment, and you feel like you're doing the best you can to hear your higher mind and focus on that, and you're confident that they have your best interest, the higher mind, the subconscious mind, God has your best interest at heart. Nothing else matters. And so I thought about that, and I was like, wow. Because I have this conversation with my daughter every now and then. If you're new to the channel, my daughter's 9. I talk about her every once in a while. She is, teaches me probably as much as I teach her, if not more. And so there are times where she's asking me questions, just a lot of questions, when, how, and I'm just like, Peyton, can you just trust me that I know what I'm talking about? Like, How many times have I told you things that were wrong? How many times have I given you information that has hurt you? How many times do you ask me these things and I say, just trust me and I promise, and it works out? Why don't you know by now that you can trust me? That what I say is how it is. And then I was like, wow. Because that's what I've been doing with my higher mind, with my subconscious mind. I've been questioning how, when, doubting my whole life. But as soon as my daughter stops asking those questions, stops worrying, and just has faith in me, who hasn't steered her wrong, her life will be so much easier. She will get to where she wants to go so much faster. And that is all we have to do, is allow the subconscious mind, allow the higher mind that knows where we want to go, because it can see things that we can't see. It knows things that we don't know. And if we just accept and follow that guidance, that's where everything changes. And your life gets easier and it gets better. And so I wanted to share that, not only for you guys, but also for myself, so I can remember that. And I wrote it down here. I trust the higher mind. I'm confident in the higher mind. The higher mind, the subconscious mind, God knows what's best for us. I made a late video last night, and then I posted it earlier today. As of me making this video, I haven't checked recently on YouTube, but no one had checked in. But I'm going to shout out Brent, Kate, and Shadow Flare, and Thankful has been checking in pretty consistently. So I'll shout you guys out. Yeah, and that's all I got for today. Day 175 in the books. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow for day 176. Have a wonderful day. Bye.